Hello and welcome. So Alpha Prepets was all about raising the bar. The reason that it moved on to a different league altogether was owing to the presence of a Rotary luminary amongst us like no other. Rotary International President Shekhar Mehta, a name that inspires a million dreams. Good evening, Shekhar da. It's a proud privilege to be conducting this session with you. আপনি শুধু পৃথিবীর গর্ব নয়, বাংলারও গর্ব. And as a proud Bengali today, I'm taking this liberty of addressing this world figure as our beloved and respected Shekhar da. The questions that I'll be asking you today, Shekhar da, were asked in a Google form to the participants of High Steppers. And they have answered, put in the questions anonymously as the question you would ask the RI president if you had the chance to meet him. So I have just rephrased them and I will be asking few of them for you. Thank you. The first one, you have several dream projects in India and across the world. What is the most powerful impact in the society and community that you are looking forward to at the end of your tenure as the RI President?
Thank you. And hello to everyone. The impact I want to leave is actually twofold. One is internal and one is external. Internally, I strongly believe that our organization needs to grow. We have stagnated at 1.2 million for the last 20 years. I see no reason why we cannot grow. There have been very few times when the need for service was felt more than today. The pandemic has shown us how much help people need from each other. So I think it's a great time to find more people. People may say these are not good times. To me, these are some of the best times to find more members for Rotary. And it's very simple. Each one, bring one. And I tell you, we'll reach that goal. So that's the internal goal. But this internal goal will also help externally because more people means we can do more. The impact that we will be able to naturally leave will become much more. And what is the impact that I would want at the end of the year to see is to be able to make a mark to show a beginning in the empowering of girls. Because that is the overarching theme that we have taken for the year. And I find this to be resonating with Rotarians across the world. And not just Rotarians, let me tell you, it is resonating with non-Rotarians also. Whoever I have been speaking to, I have been speaking to media, not just in India, across the world. And people have lauded the idea that Rotary is now working for empowering girls. In the different countries that I went in Africa, 7 of them, everywhere I saw programs and projects on empowering girls and meaningful projects which the media there has lapped up. I met president after president, heads of states of these countries. The moment I spoke to them, for example, Ethiopia president, when I spoke to her, she said, wow, this is something that I am so passionate about. When I spoke to the president of Kenya, Mr. Kenyatta, he was so excited. He said, wow, Mr. Mehta, this is something that I am so excited. We want to do the same thing. So I'm very happy that it resonates around the world. And I am also very happy that this is now going to continue in the next year also because President-elect Jennifer has already said that she would want to carry this on. So I think a big impact that I would want to see is that we have made the first few steps towards empowering girls.
I think that there cannot possibly be a more relevant cause than to support girls across the world. Shekhar da, the next question that I would like to ask you today is, so Rotary has almost eradicated a disease and you also mentioned it today in your speech. However, they have not been recognized by a Nobel yet. How important do you think an award or a formal validation is towards delivering quality work?
You know, we don't work for awards. But who does not like awards? So when I was interviewed for presidentship, I had said one of the things I would love to do is to see that Rotary gets nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. And you'll be happy to know by 31st January, we had got 50 nominations from 30 different countries. On 8th October, of course, the results came out and we were not the winners for the Nobel Peace Prize. But that's okay. If not today, some other day. But I'm very sure for just one work of Rotary, that of the work that we have done in polio, we deserve the Nobel. There is no two thoughts about it. In fact, Rotary deserves the Nobel 2 times. One for the polio work and one for the rest of the work that we do. I would be the most happy man when I see the Nobel Prize or any such other recognition because it's a voluntary organization. A validation like this gives such a big boost. People get energized. They want to do a little more. More people will want to join the organization. The organization will be a little better known, even better known than what it is today. So every which way, it helps and it doesn't take away anything. So a prize is more than welcome.
I think there is nothing more deserving than a Nobel for Rotary. And I'm sure it's going to happen very soon, Shekhar, very soon. The third question is, you're at the helm of 150 plus countries in the world. How many countries is it today where Rotary functions in the world? Exact number?
More than 200 countries and geographical areas.
Okay, 200 countries, that's even more. So how do you find a Rotary club in India to be unique or different from the other Rotary clubs across the world?
Every Rotary club in the world is unique, let me tell you. My Rotary club is not the same as yours. Yours is not same as the Rotary club in Jaipur or in Hong Kong or in Dallas. Every Rotary club has its own ethos. Also regionally. In India, Rotary is all about service. But it's not necessarily so in Germany. It may not be so in Japan. Because it also depends on what the needs of the area are. In our country, the needs are so many. And Rotarians are diligent here. They are passionate. They are givers. They want to contribute and they want to help. So it's a perfect combination. There are needs and people want to take up those needs and fulfill those needs. And they have the wherewithal, they have the resources, they have the brains to do that. So I think Rotary clubs in India do a great job, but so do others. Their horizon is different. In Japan, it's a matter of great prestige, for example. In Germany, for example, or let's say I was in Korea, they may not have so many things to do back home, but they are doing it around the world. In America, Rotarians from there have come to India in hundreds just to give those polio drops. It shows for them that is so very important. So every club is unique.
But India also, as you mentioned, really is among one of the few who is in giving.
I rate India Rotary very high. Very, very high, let me tell you. I tell it's the Kohinoor because we give amazing amount of money to the Rotary Foundation. Our membership growth is the envy of the world. They would like to emulate us. So membership growth, excellent. We are number one in membership growth. If you look at the purchase parity, then we are even number one in contribution to the Rotary Foundation. And thirdly, in doing projects, again, we are at number one. So, again, it's because of the situation that we are in. The needs are there and the Rotarians are diligent and passionate. That's it.
I think if this doesn't motivate a Rotarian like us, nothing will. Today in your speech, you mentioned that Bernard Shaw said that when you see impossibilities, you say, why not? Right? So in your illustrious Rotary journey, you have already achieved many an impossible. You shared some of the glimpses with us. So do you ever feel a sense of déjà vu, a fatigue that, okay, been there, done that? What is it that keeps you going every morning towards bigger goals, newer projects and touching more lives?
So as I mentioned even at this speech, big dreams, and I said, no, a dream is not big enough if it just gets completed in just 1 year's time. Big dreams like polio took 36 years and we are still going on. A big dream like making India totally literate is going to take time. So I'm not done yet. We are not done yet. And the moment we finish this, there is water, there is sanitation, there is health, there is so much to be done just in our own country. I'm not even talking about the rest of the world. I've just come from Africa, as I said, and we are already wanting to do so much, and we are in the process now of doing memorandum of understanding with them. We are sharing our technology of e-learning, distance learning with them, country after country. The first draft of MOU has already come to us for doing heart surgeries for children. Each of these countries that I went, I have offered to their presidents or the prime ministers that they can send children to India and we'll do heart surgeries for them. So every day is a new excitement, trying to be able to do something for other people. There is no greater joy and there is no greater meaning in life than to live a life for others. And Rotary is giving me that every day, so there's no question of fatigue. Not at all.
That is so inspiring, Shekhar. There is one. This is a very different kind of a question. Somebody had put in. Clubs in the city or district, they enjoy a healthy competition. Do you think it would help the greater good to change this competitive spirit towards working together for common projects?
Absolutely, yeah. Work for common projects and have competition in that. So let's say we all want to make India totally literate, or let's say this district wants that this district 3141, the total geography that you have will become totally literate. And let's take adult literacy for example. Suppose there are 1 million adult illiterates. Let there be a competition within Rotary clubs as to who is going to ensure more adults to become literate. So we are doing one project, having the impact, and yet there is a sense of competition. I think both can be merged for the greater good, win-win situation. Yes, yes, it can be done. It should be. That should be the aim. I always feel individual club projects are great, but imagine if all of us were working towards that one goal, what impact we will have. Tremendous. Then we will do what I keep saying always, we will be playing a role in the nation building process.
Absolutely. So Shekhar, one last question. Where do you see India in the Rotary International map 10 years from now?
I already see it as the jewel in the crown. I already see it. So now I see India to play a major role in the nation building process. And if there is one country which can do it and which is already doing it, it is India. Again, as I said, the needs are there. The Rotarians are industrious. They are wanting to do. There is corporate social responsibility. So the corporates are coming together. Some of the biggest NGOs and international NGOs are partnering with Rotary to do these things. And fortunately, we have been able to tie up with the government in various things. Today, government after government is asking us to come and work with them. And to me, there is no better combination than the government and the civil society working together. And in civil society, Rotary in India at least has an amazing, amazing position, where we are recognized right from the Prime Minister to you talk to any minister and they will have good things to tell about Rotary. And we are partnering with them. So I think the future of Rotary in India is amazing. All we need to do is each one bring one, because we need more Rotarians if we want to play a role in the nation building process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shekhar Da, for sparing this time and for being the role model that you are, and for inspiring all of us and making us work harder in the capacity as a Rotarian. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shunandi, and keep doing the great work that you are doing for environment and other things, but environment pe zarur dhyan dena. That's a very important thing. This is how nature was created, that not just human but animals also need to coexist, and every animal, every person has a role to play in this planet. Let us understand that it is not just for us, it is for everyone. So let's care for them, otherwise they'll not just care, they'll scare us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shekhar Da. Thank you.